It is, again, as I said at the end of my earlier remarks, what we must do in our country is to have comprehensive immigration reform. We all know that we must secure our border. That's our responsibility as a country. We also must respect those seeking asylum for appropriate reasons. But we also must understand the impact on communities. The Senator earlier today, when we were meeting in a greet earlier, this was brought up by members of the official family here. I'll see the mayor later today, and I know he'll be asking about it. Probably the most important thing that we can do is to be able to have people have a work permit, and that would alleviate a lot of the pressure on the community. But this is a highly controversial action that they have taken, to just put people on a bus and send them someplace.
One and mainland China will be, and the second one is he just wonder, after the general election, what will happen to the Taiwan policy of 2022, and what is your opinions about that?
Well, can you all hear the question? It was about after my visit to Taiwan. Okay, here's what the purpose of our trip was: to support our current policy, which is the status quo, but also to say that nobody should be isolating Taiwan. And we were not going to have somebody saying, you can't travel there. That was not going to be allowed. Again, it was not right, and we had a very successful visit. When we leave the country, any members of Congress, it's about our national security. It's about our economy. It's about our governance, about values. And in that trip, everything was about our security, and our security and the safety of the region that was our purpose, and we were very honored to be received so magnificently. Thousands of people in the streets waving American flags in Taiwan. In terms of their own security, we had those discussions, and they're ongoing, and as you said, reflected in some laws that are on the table coming up now. A. B, in terms of economy, their economy is very strong. They're investing into the United States. They told me we're doing $52 billion in our CHIPS Act. They're doing $25 billion just in Texas and Arizona in their investment. So we have a close economic relationship. They're very successful, entrepreneurial, innovative, and the rest. And then in terms of governance, we saw now the second generation of Taiwan people who love their freedom, love their democracy. They fought for it in Taiwan. We visit the prisons and visit with the former prisoners for democracy in Taiwan decades ago, and they value that freedom, and they don't see that reflected in mainland China in terms of what happened in Hong Kong and the rest. So in terms of our three areas of concern, which are security, economy, and governance, it was a very, very positive visit. As in terms of your question as to what comes next, we'll see how the bill prevails in the Senate and see where we go from here. But it's an important relationship. And again, it's not about changing the status quo. It wasn't about that ever. It was only about saying we cannot have anybody in China saying you can't visit Taiwan. We want to isolate them. But getting back to where we are here.
And then at one. Yeah. Check it out.
Can I drop your name?
Yeah, you can.
Mate, Donovan, mate.
Alrighty, cool. All right, well,
We're good. Yep.
Thanks. Hello, hello. Are you going? Yeah. I think around there. Okay. Thanks.